Hey guys, welcome back to the farm on this typical Oregon spring day. The last couple times I've invited you guys to the farm, it's been sunny and 70, and that is typically not the weather here in Oregon in the spring. We do get a few nice days like that, but this right here is your typical Oregon wet spring day. And we love it because it is making everything nice and green and getting a lot of rain in the forests because, you know, we want it nice and wet. We don't want to have a fire season again this year. But today we thought we'd invite you back to the farm to talk about something that's super important to our operation and what we do here on the farm. As you can see, we're piling up branches. These are branches that have come from pruning our apples trees, pear trees, just other fir trees and different things from around the place, ornamentals, raspberries, grapes, all that kind of stuff. So most people will pile that up and then light a match and burn it. That's great and all. It gets everything cleaned up, it makes it nice and tidy and keeps things looking great. But we like to take this one step further and we mulch it. How do we mulch it? We chip it up. We rent a chipper. As you can hear in the background, the chipper's running, it's getting warmed up, and we're getting ready to take all this, run it through there, and create mulch. So what's the benefit of this mulch? Well, we take this, we put it on our trees, we put it around our raised beds, our raspberries, in our flower beds, and this does a couple of things. One, it keeps a nice barrier between the soil and the sun so we don't get weeds popping up. The next thing is, once again, it creates a nice barrier between the soil and the sun to keep the water from evaporating. So it keeps our trees and everything watered and nice and moist all summer long. So we did this the last couple years, and last summer we had a really long, hot, dry summer, and we watered in the spring. Well, we didn't really water, it was just normal rain, and then we checked them about July. There was still moisture. We checked 1st of August, and it was still moist, but it was getting a little bit dry. We watered it once, and that was it. So this is a great benefit to doing that. Also, what it does is as the layers of the mulch that are closest to the dirt, the worms and bugs and things start breaking that down, it creates nice, new, rich soil, thus creating natural, organic fertilizer and different things for the trees and for everything to make them grow nice, big, and tall and have plenty of fruit. Plus, you know what? Why buy something when you can, well, we are renting the machine. We don't have one of those of our own, but for the price that we're renting it, we get way more benefit from the mulch, and plus we have a fun time together as family, getting all this, running it through the chipper. Sorry, there's something about shoving big old pieces of logs and branches and stuff and just grinding them down to nice bark dust to put around everything. It's kind of fun, and we enjoy it. So come along with us. We've got it warming up. It's going to be a little noisy, so you may want to put earplugs in, but let's get this all mulched. So they're still back there grinding away. You can hear them in the background, but I wanted to take a second to show you what we're making here. So this right here is the mulch. This is the good stuff, the chunks of wood. You got pine needles mixed in, you have leaves, you have all kinds of different material at different sizes, and this is what makes a really good mulch. So going back to like your composting, you want browns and you want greens, and you want to mix those half and half to give you a good breakdown and compost. And so that's pretty much what we're doing here. Yeah, there's a little bit more browns in this, but that's why we like to chip up stuff with the leaves and everything, because that's gonna be down at the soil. That's gonna break down with the soil. The bugs are gonna get into it. The microbes, everything underneath that is just gonna create such a rich environment for your plants in your trees, your garden to thrive. So if we go take a look here at one of these trees here real quick, let's come in here. We'll get right down in here. So as you can see here, as we bring this back, you can see here that we have the soil here, but this is where we have the mulch. Like here's some from last year, and it's starting to break down and turn into dirt. It's a little messy at the moment, a little wet. And actually this tree, we're gonna put a little bit more around. So if we come over here, this is where you're getting a little thicker, and we want this mulch, you know, the thicker, the better. And that's just gonna make, like I said, it's gonna keep the weeds down, it's gonna keep the watering down, and just make everything a little easier. Plus, like I said before, it's a whole lot of fun to throw big pieces of wood into that thing and watch it just pulverize them. Perfect, that's good, thanks. Go get the other trees. Well, thanks guys for stopping by today. We're gonna keep chopping up some trees and getting this spread around some of our fruit trees and some of our raised beds that we have to keep the weeds down. But I encourage you this year, if you have already pruned your fruit trees or just pruned your ornamentals and different trees around the house yet, and you haven't burned it, if you don't have enough or big enough of a pile, just pile it somewhere and keep piling it until maybe this fall you'll have some more trimmings that you can throw to it. And then I encourage you, instead of burning it, go rent a chipper, find somewhere local, see if you got a friend that has one. It doesn't have to be a big one like this, it can be a small one as well, but chip it up, put it around your house, around your fruit trees and different things, and notice the difference that it will make. Because why burn this and have it go to waste when we can use it for something really good? So thanks again for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys next time.